The autonomic nervous system is a functional system. It consists of efferent neurons that send signals to 3 different types of cells. These cells include smooth muscle cells, cardiac muscle cells, and gland cells. The autonomic nervous system has 2 parts. The first is the sympathetic nervous system, located in the central nervous system. It takes place in the spinal cord. The function is to activate the physiological changes that occur during fight or flight in response to an attack or threat to survival. It starts in the middle of the spinal cord. The soma sends out an axon to synapse with the ganglion. A ganglion is a group of nerve cell clusters located in the peripheral nervous system. Postganglionic nerve fibers are fibers from the ganglion to the effector organ. The second part of the autonomic nervous system is the parasympathetic nervous system, or PNS. This also takes place in the central nervous system. It is responsible for stimulus of the rest and digest, occurring when the body is at rest, including sexual arousal or after eating or digestion. It occurs in the top of the brainstem. A soma also sends out an axon to synapse with a ganglion, and then the ganglion synapses with the target cell. Acetylcholine. Acetylcholine acts as a neurotransmitter in organism in the PNS, CNS, and ANS. Acetylcholine receptors include nicotinic receptors and muscarinic receptors. Nicotinic receptors are neuron receptor proteins that signal for muscular contraction upon a chemical stimulus. Muscarinic receptors help to form G-protein receptor complexes in the cell membrane of neurons and other cells. Adrenergic receptors. Beta-1 receptors are receptors expressed mainly in cardiac tissue, and the actions include maintaining the heart rate and heart failure. Beta-2 adrenergic receptors are located in the cell membrane, which react with hormones and neurotransmitters affecting muscle or organs. Alpha-1 receptors are G-protein coupled receptors, function primarily to mediate smooth muscle contraction. Ionotropic receptors are transmembrane molecules that can open and close a channel that would allow smaller particles to travel in and out of the cell. Metabotropic receptors do not have channels. They are linked to other small chemicals called G-proteins. As soon as the ligand binds to the metabotropic receptor, the receptor activates the G-protein. Once activated, the G-protein itself goes on and activates another molecule. This molecule is called a secondary messenger. Next we have the vagus nerve. It is the 10th cranial nerve and interfaces with the parasympathetic control of the heart and the digestive tract. The function supplies motor parasympathetic fibers to all the organs except the adrenal gland from the neck down to the second segment of the transverse colon. Next we have bronchial dilation. This is responsible for dilating the bronchioles and bronchi in the lungs, decreasing resistance in the respiratory airway and increasing airflow to the lungs. Bronchodilators may be endogenous, or they may be medications administered for treatment for breathing difficulties. Thank you. The autonomic nervous system.